statement, then we'll go to questions.
Sure. Obviously disappointed in the outcome. I can't fault the effort of guys. And there's areas we got to continue to improve upon. But we know that our margin for error is extremely slim, and it shows, in areas that we struggle at times, whether it's depth or whether it's scoring. But again, the effort in terms of continuing to battle and fight back and claw, I'm proud of. And now we got to continue to improve in some areas and continue to try to manufacture ways to compete as we have and continue to battle and improve. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
I'm sorry, did you get the ball in the hands of guys on the three-point line that you wanted to get to?
For the most part, we have some limitations, but I thought we did a decent job of specifically the second half of playing through Hap as much as we could. We went to him a lot from different angles and different ways. I thought we had some decent looks from three, make two there at the end. We like to have some more go down earlier in the game. And be able to get to the free throw line more and convert at the free throw line. But I thought for the most part we had the pace at where we wanted it in terms of the number of possessions and be able to make it a grinder type of game. And we did that, but we have to be able to put the ball in the basket and score more consistently.
Do you think there were times where you could have finished a little bit better around the rim too? Even you drew fouls on plays, but those trips to the line could have been 3 points.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what we were. I haven't seen a shot chart yet post-game, but I know we were 5 for 12 in the paint in the first half. And we had several where we could have done a better job of finishing through contact, finishing all together, adding a pump fake, getting under control. So there was opportunities there. I don't know what the final numbers were, what the second half numbers were.
Greg, what's your assessment of James Palmer, just the style of ball that he plays?
Yeah, I mean, he adds a dimension, with his ability to put the ball on the floor. And I know he shot a lot of free throws. He shot 9 tonight. He's by 50-some, I think he's led them on the year. So he adds a different dimension, a wing that can attack, that you have to go play on the perimeter. He's a handful when he comes downhill on those lane lines, on the handoffs and ball screens. So he does a good job of taking advantage of what his skill set is and making the most of it. But I think their team, in watching in preparation for this, I think their team does a pretty good job of all have different strengths, and they all do a pretty good job of staying in their lane and understanding what their strengths are.
First technical of your career, I believe. Did you think that lit a fire under your team, at least momentarily?
Well, I thought Brad got fouled. I mean, that was my response. I'll have to look at the film. But I would have reacted like that if I didn't have or had one or before. I just didn't. I felt he got fouled. Thought there were some things that were let go at times, but I'll watch the film and see.
Are you seeing some similarity in some of the Rutgers loss? I mean, you took better care of the ball today.
Yeah.
You couldn't hit from three.
Well, our margin for error, Jeff, is so paper thin that we have to take care of the ball. We have to trim it down even more than even where it was at 10. And then obviously trying not to be dependent on the three and having to shoot that. But like I said, we almost have to pitch a perfect game at times, at least for longer stretches of a game on the defensive end. Because again, we have to continue to manufacture ways to score.
Coach, do you feel like anything changed from the first half to the second half and how Nebraska defended Hap? Or was it just a matter of him making shots or you guys getting him in better position?
Well, I think he did, for the most part, did a better job of finishing through people. We did a better job of finding him at times, and I thought we missed him a lot in the first half. We did a better job of entering the ball from the top, which is a little harder to double from there. It's a longer run for the team, for the guy that is leaving. And he did a better job of finishing around the rim. Again, I'll look through and see what exactly the numbers were and what we left on the table. But I thought for the most part he was better.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thank you.